ever had like new riding boots, like more tall ones like I have on right now, more like track riding ones, I guess. But basically, they're just really stiff, awkward, everything. Alright, we're back. So I had some issues with my SD card being filled up, and all my ride was just washed away. Miraculously. I forgot to put my backpack on correctly. Oh. Alright, we are ready for takeoff then. Alright, yeah, so my SD card was filled up and my whole ride was just washed away there. So what we're going to do is ride back the same route, just backwards. And this time we won't have any issues. Alright. That's how you know you're in the boonies, buddy. I think I went over it before my GoPro died, but my boots have just been messing with me the entire ride. But all in all, it's been quite nice. The rear shock, I'm gonna have to give another review on it basically, but it's been holding up nice and well. Honestly, it is so much better than stock, man. Like, if you're a street rider, it is amazing. Night and day difference. Now, if you're like a track rider, oh, maybe it's best to go with Olin's or K-Tech or the Penske, you know? When you're talking about spring rate, you want it perfect for you, your rebound, your compression, everything. You want it spot on. Especially for track riding. So that's why I'm saying that is, this is a great option for the track option. This is a great option for the street riders and such. There's a drug rug on the road. Yeah, I'm in the boonies, alright. Yeah, it's perfect for all the like the street riders and such, and even if you're a track rider but you don't ride all the time, it's primarily your street riding bike, this setup is perfect. I set it up a spin and a half out with the rebound instead of just a half spin like Norton said. And so far it is so perfect, I can't begin to fathom it. Once we get on these back roads and such, I'll be able to kind of give you guys another review about how this thing sets in and how it grips in the turns and how confident it feels, you know? Much of a gap we really gave them, but we'll see. But to start the review on the rear shock, this thing is so amazing. I feel so planted and everything. You lean in and it sticks. It doesn't. It is just amazing. sets in, does everything perfect. The compression on it is amazing. And on these bounces and everything, the rebound is, it's all perfect. Now I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I weigh 125, and this shock would probably be set perfectly for me. Now if you're like 150 plus, that's where this shock, it's gonna kind of lose its abilities to optimally just kind of do its thing, you know. That's where it kind of just loses its ability to really be a reliable suspension component, you know. So that's where people say to get the 750 shock or the 1000 even, depending on your weight. I had someone comment on one of my videos about that, and I was like, you know, you can still get the GSXR 750 and 1000. So I didn't even comment back, you know. I was just like, you know, you're trying to be petty about it, you know. When it comes down to it, for these street riders and all that, you're not going to be using the full potential of the bike ever, you know. The lane angles and just full out blasting it through a freaking back road. You really won't do that too often. And if you are, that's great for you, you know. That's crazy, you know. But I'm not honestly going to do that, because there could be a pebble, a piece of gravel that sends you off the road, and guess what? Your day's ruined because of a piece of gravel, you know. It's not really worth it when you really think about it, you know. That's one of the main things, is you just want to ride your own ride, you know. You'll have people that are like, oh, that you come into those corners way too slow. Well, I don't give a rat's booty butt dick. Guess what? I'm riding my own ride. You'll have people that are like, oh boy, this dude, he's not going fast enough on the highway. You know, you can be a hooligan all you want, but when it comes down to it, the turns is where skill is. And the bottom line is, being a squid and going down the highway, that requires no skill. I just hope most people understand that, you know. Run out of gear there in fifth, buddy. Talk your brains away. My biggest fear while riding is when you're coming down a hill or something and there's that big cliff on the side there. Oh my god, that's my biggest fear so far. Just kind of, that I have a phobia of heights, so just anything like that just throws me through a binder. A binder that throws me through a loop, you know. Thing is just riding your own ride. Don't really worry about what other people are really saying, you know. That's not worth your time, especially when it comes to talking about your own life, you know, and pushing your abilities. That's just imbecile of someone to try to push, you know. That's just crazy. But this rear shock, man, I love it. My confidence is up. The only thing I'm scared right now about is my shifting because of my riding boot. But I'm really starting to get used to these riding boots, you know. I don't know if you guys had riding boots, and when you first put them on, it feels unorthodox, you know. You can't move your ankles. It's like if you ever snowboarded, your ankle is locked into place by your boot. And that's the same feeling I'm getting that I'm on a bike right now going 65 miles per hour down the road or something now, 49. Not 65, let's not flex, buddy. But anyways, yeah, like these riding boots, they're starting to feel nice and set in, you know. I rode with them once outside of the video just to see how they would be, and I was so, like, it just felt so weird. But I'm starting to get used to them. I'm liking it. This rear shock's really nice, and everything about this bike is just coming together. I think if I put tires on this thing, it would be a force to be reckoned with, you know. That's what happened with my 125 is I put Kenda KD2s on the bike, you know, and those are basically like track use only. So like this thing, you could rail it at a turn and just sink it in, and this thing would just grip. You couldn't go fast enough to lose grip on the tire. It was literally the most insane thing. That's where like a lot of my confidence in riding come from, is that bike. And then when I started riding other bikes, I realized that I had that thing so perfectly modified and set up that it just made riding and pushing my own ability just so much easier. So when I hopped on this bike, the suspension was out of whack, you know, like not made for me. And then the throttle, you gotta turn the throttle about 1.5 miles just to get it to turn it forward. So I put the what is it, the R6 throttle mod, the throttle tube. I did that, and basically it fixed my issue with having to really turn it a bunch. But it's still, I don't know, I might change it again. The turn on it, it's just too much still. From a 125, you crack that thing and pow, you're at forward. It was amazing. This one's just not right or something. This bike really does sound beautiful. I hope it depicts it in the video. Like, listen to that. Even when talking, I caught up with these little bastards. And I kind of ride slow on these back roads to where I'm not actually like speeding too much. Oh, that is so cool, actually. Check that out. That's so cool. Wow. I have no idea what that was, but that was so cool to see. I love old cars, vintage anything. It just intrigues me. I had no like family or anything that had anything cool, but I'm just intrigued by it. Maybe that's what it is, but just like not having any like family members that had anything cool, you know. I didn't have anyone that rode bikes, you know. It's probably hard to tell in the video, but this thing revs out so smoothly, it's not even funny. Listen to that. have no courtesy for bike riders, dude. You pull over and get out of the way. Like, what is your deal? Pull over and fucking do your little stupid fucking thing. Ridiculous, man. Forced me to have to do the double yellow, you know? But I'm trying not to in the video for once, you know? Appease the goddamn fans. So funny. He's so funny. Every bump in the road, it takes it like it's nothing. This thing is so fun right now. I don't know if you guys can hear the bike, but it sounds so nice right now. Slow down way too much. So fun. Sink it in. Another one. Missed my foot brake and had to do some nice swirling. That's what I'm saying, is my foot, I can't feel it on the brake at all. So I'm just kind of tossing my foot on it, trying to get a feel for it, and then push down. But when I went for that turn, I literally slid right off it, and I had to lean in and get used to that turn. You know? Yeah, this bike just sounds so nice. Bouncy, bouncy. Yeah, this shock, it freaking hits these bumps with ease. You feel planted right away. Like when you hit a bump, it's so planted, you don't feel any grip loss, anything. I'm loving it, man. Now I can't really stand on talking about the Ohlins and Penske and K-Tech, but I'm sure they're god tier compared to this. But y'all gotta remember, for like a street rider, you don't want to pay that kind of money. And when you're, oh goddamn, when it comes down to it, honestly, it's worth every penny because you have your adjustability in 3 ways. Your goddamn, you got your high compression, your low compression, your rebound, and your preload even. So really, you have 4 ways of adjustability on it. for 40 bucks. You know, you can't really beat that. So anyone really just trying to be petty about it and say, oh, the spring rate, this and that. From my perspective, I'm going to tell you right now, this is the most amazing ride this bike has ever had, you know, and that's all that matters. You know, when it comes down to it, pure joy and happiness with your bike is what you're doing. This is a perfect way to test the shock. All these little ribs in the road, bounce, 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 you know, and it's taking this with ease. If I was on the stock shock, which I may still have a video of, I'll toss up, but this thing is so planning, you can't even fathom, you know, I can't even fathom how great this is. The suspension is just like so planning. It is just producing so much confidence. And back to the boots, as you guys can see, I've kind of got set in with them. Oh goddamn, my body hurts if you guys can't hear that. We've been out riding for 2 hours straight on this bike. I got more goddamn speed and cornerability than you, so you don't try to fucking outpass me. I'll make you look goofy. Yep, we're gonna pass like all hell. Pisses me off. And it probably pisses you off that I just passed. But that ain't no double yellow if I ever seen it. Look at this little fool, you know. He's out here in front of the pack because he knows how to drive. Well, he's gonna get his ass passed. That simple, you know. Apparently that's like scary and stupid to people, but it's so simple and easy that it's just a part of my riding. There ain't no way around it. I'll tell you right there, right then and now, I ain't gonna ride like little bitches. Go get yourself a cruiser. Fucking Nancy Pansies. If you have an issue with my riding, just go get yourself a cruiser. That's the bottom line there, buddy. The only thing that stumbled right there was that was a beautiful BMW. The only thing stumbling is the front end. That is one thing you'll have to remember, is that your front end is still stock. But honestly, I'm gonna say, like, back in the video, this thing was just planned. Just a video ago, this thing, we come into a turn and it literally just cracks out the fucking front end. We're literally not even on the throttle, just doing something like that, you know. I'm trying to show you guys how I come into the turn, and that thing just fucking clacked itself. What? You know, that's just crazy. It should not do that. Yeah, these are great roads to test this suspension on, and it is literally taking it like a champ. Like, see the road surface right now? I literally can't feel the bigger bumps. I mean, obviously I'm feeling them, but I'm saying, like, compared to the other bike, not the other bike, the other suspension shock, it literally is night and day difference. Now it doesn't lift off the road. It kind of just stays planted. Who fucking repairs the road like this? I have so many questions. The repairs on these roads are just so dumb. Because it's gonna up like that. Yep. This is how you do it. We're just rolling through neutral, wise. Now we're gonna blast down the highway. They got the turn. Keep going, buddy. Myself 125 pounds and I call myself a little boy. Oh, you're terrible. That's how you deal with that, man. Like, don't get in front of me. I got plenty of room to move around this entire lane, dude. Doing, man. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This one was really fun, and I really got to talking too, you know. I'm getting used to it. Comes with time. But I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day. Oh my Jesus.